Welcome back to the Webby and O'Neill channel. Plenty to talk about. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Wan-Bissaka's going, 2 new signings in today. Lots more, these youngsters as well. What's the future for him? But first of all, we've got to start with the comment Sir Jim Ratcliffe's come out. Erik is a good guy and been doing his best, but doing too much. He was even trying to sort out the roof what was leaking. Webby, we've said it. He didn't have the people behind him. He wanted to do everything. Sir Jim Ratcliffe now has just come out and acknowledged that.
Bit of a mad state. He seems a bit of a character, Jim, doesn't he? You know what I mean? It's what we needed. No, he's probably right. So, you come to a football club, you want to be the main man like Fergie was. You want to run everything. Sometimes you can if you've got the right people around you. He never had the right people around him. Obviously, the people he brought in on the coaching staff was his choice. But I'm talking about the people above who's making these major decisions who have all gone now. He says, you look at that chart now with what we got there, we're like a proper football club, proper the way it's run. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it's probably right. Erik was trying to do everything, but we were not the right tools and the right people around him. So now he has.
Is Ratcliffe turning round and slaughtering everyone what was here before they got?
Dead right, and they deserve it as well. So some of them were coming here, not got a Scooby-Doo about our club, not got a Scooby-Doo about football, taking a load of Bugs Bunny and going home every night. And we was going further and further down the ladder. Now we've got proper football people. We look like a proper club, too.
Yeah.
A proper football club. That structure there, the people, I'm not going to start mentioning names, but we look a proper club now, and it's only for the best. Could take 2 or 3 years. Probably will do, but we're looking like a proper football club at last.
They're working it out. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Ineos, they're working it out. But they're also explaining. Because if Erik ten Hag, right, has got the job to do to fix the leaking roof, right, what a sad indictment on everybody what was inside there.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to help him, Webby. The struggle. I think he's really announcing, hey, Erik ten Hag is the man for Man United. We've got the people in. Going forward, this is it.
Takes less pressure off him as well, so if like you're saying, the pressure was on him all the time. It still is now. But the thing is that he's got proper people around him now to help him make those decisions. He was making them on his own because half of these people was not football people. They didn't have a clue. So, like I say again, they were just coming for the money.
Yeah.
Absolute, no. I'll always remember one time, about the old regime of Woodward, when he was the main man for signings. And I put the telly on one Saturday morning, and it was the rugby union, the Lions away. There's transfer window. There's Woodward waving a scarf. You know what I mean? There's 4 to 5 days to go to window, and he's waving a scarf in Australia. I want to jump down the telly and kill him.
Well,
that's some of the football.
No, it did.
You will always remember that thing as well, and it'll stick with me forever, is when he come away from the tour and he says, I've got some very important transfer business. I end up signing Marion Fellaini with about a minute to go to the transfer window. I know we got let down by Bale and Fabregas was quite close, but he can be quite close. It's not good enough.
No, not good enough.
You might as well be 99.9%. If it's not 100%, you've not got the player. Well, he's long gone now anyway, like Christ.
Well, you talk about good enough, Webby. Today, De Ligt signed, Mazraoui signed. Are you happy with that, Webby? Is there more to come, do you think? Do you want more?
You always want more, so you're greedy, you want as many as you can. If you can, get them in. For me, still, we need a proper centre-forward. I wish Rude was about 15 years younger. I'd have him in. He looks quite fit now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Take his glasses off, he'd do a job for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, no, you want more in. I'm a bit disappointed with Wan-Bissaka. I was a big fan of his, but if the kid don't want to sign his new contract, then you've got to go, because this time next year he walks for nothing. The same's going to be with Maguire. He's going into the last year of his contract. What do we do with him? Do we offer him a new contract? He's going to play enough games. We're going to waste 80 million. He's going to walk away. And there's other players as well. But I think all-round deal, if we've got a player in who wants to come to the club, who's going to move to Manchester, who's going to be happy in Manchester, Wan-Bissaka, fair play. He's back home now in London.
Yeah.
West Ham have made some good signings, by the way, in this window. I'm not going to say they're going to be up there, but it's going to be a difficult game at West Ham anyway. But if you look at it, I think it's best for both parties. We've got some money for him. We could have lost him for nothing come January. So, happy days.
Happy days. Now, you mentioned Maguire there, but the talk is, Webby, that it's about Lindelof, who's the next player to go out. Is it Lindelof in your mind or Maguire?
Well, I think they're both in the last years of the contract, so I think one of them will go. I don't think Maguire will go.
No.
I think Maguire will end up leaving for nothing. That's just my opinion come the end of the season. Lindelof, I'm a fan. You know, sometimes he gets bullied. Then towards last season when he come in, he did a good job for us. But let's have it right. So we've been at games. We've seen games where he's been bullied. You know, and you can't afford to get bullied. You know, we look at Martinez, bang, bang. We missed that the first half on Saturday. We've been being at left back. You know, there was a thing there in the second half. Just smashed Haaland off the ball. Haaland didn't touch it then for 15, 20 minutes. So I know we're saying with the injuries we've got on the left side of the defence, we might see Martinez out there a lot more this year. I hope we don't.
No, I
hope we don't, Tony, because we missed that. They're playing out from the back with him as well, more centrally. But I think Lindelof, but what it is, so who's going to pay the wages they're on? There's on big dough, so you know other clubs can't afford it.
No,
you know. So let's see. But I think if you said to me would Maguire leave or Lindelof, I think Lindelof would be the one we'd probably go, mate.
Yeah. Now looking at that midfield, people have been talking Webby. Oh, we need another midfield player. I think we need another midfield player. But Mason Mount, where's he going to play? He signed, got injured, Webby, a couple of times. He signed to play in that midfield. Where's he going to play? Because he looks, this pre-season, he looks fit, Webby. He looks eager, and I think he's fighting for a place there.
Yeah, you know, I look at Mountain, just unfortunate that with injuries he's had last year, you know, we could see what he could do at Chelsea and Derby before that on loan.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player, regular with the England team. He's got nailed a position down now. Is he going to try and play in that 10 role where Bruno's playing? You know, but I think Mount can adapt to play anywhere along the midfield in the centre. But for me, I think the one what we're missing is Amrabat. You know, for 20 million, have a right go at him. I thought he was superb towards the end of last season, especially in the cup final. Did a right job. You know, if we can get he's not training with Fiorentina. We know what we're going to pay. 20 million is not a lot of money. You see that Solanke, you know, it's a different position, going for 65 million to Tottenham. You know, it's crazy. It's a crazy world again. Money-wise, the kid at Liverpool who was on loan at Hull has just signed for Brentford for 30 million.
Yeah.
It's madness, so absolute madness. So if we're looking at him, we want bargain for money, and I'll bring Amrabat back for 20 million all day long, mate.
Right, we're looking at what we've got here now. We've got a change of attitude, change of management, change of everything inside the club. But what we have got, Webby, is a group of young, hungry players. I look at Mainu. How he's come on. I look at Ahmad. I thought Ahmad might not make it at United, and he's turned it round and looks absolutely on fire. Then you have Garnacho, obviously not fully fit after his exertions this summer, but Garnacho's the man, top man. What do you see in all these young players? And don't forget, we've got Ariamas there as well. Left full back, and we might need a left full back. They look as though they're hungry, Webby.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, for me, Friday, Gacho and Ahmad start wide. But it won't happen because Rashford will play. It won't happen. I thought in second half, towards the end of the first half, second half, before they come off, thought Ahmad looked dangerous.
At the Charity Shield?
Very dangerous. Play him on Friday, but we know he won't. We know that Rashford will start. It was poor, by the way.
Why do you say that Rashford will start?
I can tell he will start, so it's just a feeling in my water that he'll start on Friday.
Right.
And I'm not going to come in here and slag him off. But for me, Ahmad, Gacho start Friday, in my eyes, but it won't happen. Ahmad, like you said, a lot of people thought he wasn't going to make it at the club. He's proved a lot of people wrong. My mate, who's a Sunderland season ticket holder, was absolutely devilled when he never agreed to him and come back last year. The season before, he said he was absolutely mint.
Well, we're seeing that now.
A step above the Championship. It was a class. When I thought, is he going to struggle at Sunderland in a struggling team? Because Sunderland was up, down, up, down. He was never challenging for promotion. But like you said, Amas, you know, great future. Like I said, we're going to need him because apparently Lou Shaw's come back and he's not 100% fit.
Well,
Palacios out until near Christmas now, they're saying. So that problem, and I don't want to see Martinez on the left. Takes a hell of a lot of the game out of him, but if he does, if we have to, then he's going to have to play there. But I'd rather the kid play. I was so shocked with him being on the pre-season tour and playing and not being in the squad on Saturday.
Maybe he wasn't in the squad because they feared that if he got injured, they might be short on Friday. So Harry Hamas might be playing because Luke Shaw is clearly not up to match fitness yet. I mean, you've got to remember he's played one game for England. That's it for in months, Webby. So he has to get match fit. So to rush Luke Shaw back could be a danger. So Harry Hamas might have been rested for Saturday, knowing that he's going to play on Friday.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't that be good for the kid? Because he's there with his pals. And when you have your pals together, Webby, you fight, you understand each other. And then you have Collier on the sideline.
Yeah, I thought he did well when he come on. He looked so composed on the ball. Like saying, we've got a great future, so I just hope now with this manager, unless some of the previous ones never give a lot of the youth a chance. I know Ollie did, but if they're good enough, they're old enough, play them. You know, I look at that on Saturday, and the City midfield, what they put out, no fear. You know, the kid, the number 75, what a player he looks. They'll probably sell him in a few months for 80 million, like they do with all their kids. But if they're good enough to play him. But like you're saying with Luke Shaw, you know, I'm one of the biggest fans, but you're on about rushing him back. You're totally right. He went off here at half-time, then he played at Luton, went off again injured, then we never seen him again.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that late January, early February?
February, maybe.
When he got injured. You know, so I'm a big Luke Shaw fan, but for me, he's not fit enough all the time. And you need these full-backs to be playing at least 25, 30 games a season. Not play one, miss 10.
No.
It's no good, so... And if you're not good enough, there's Man United. Ta-da.
I've watched the pre-season. I've watched the Charity Shield there, Webby. I get a feeling as though there's something happening. And the young ones sort of give me that feeling. We've seen it before with the class of 92. Something's changing here. These kids, they want it. And forget reputations. They're not interested. You look at Ahmad there. He's not bothered about Anthony. But Anthony's bothered because he's come out recently, said he knows where he's gone wrong and everything like that. He knows he's got a big challenge on his hand, Anthony.
I think I spoke to you about him, Tom, and said the first 10 games of next season are so crucial to him. You know,
Anthony?
Yeah, he had the trouble off the pitch last year and the club gave him time off and all got sorted. But before that, his performances... I remember coming on here, and for me, it all started going wrong when he did that stupid spin on the ball, made himself look a right clown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? He's come here with a reputation in the Brazil squad, so you've got to be half right if you play for Brazil.
Yeah.
And he's just not done it. So this first 10 games, that's if he gets in.
Yeah.
He's got to get in now because he's down the pecking order.
Yeah. No, you're right there. He is down the pecking order. Me personally, I don't think he'll get in. I think it's Ahmad's there to lose now. Anthony, his performances last year, on and off the field, hasn't done him any good going forward. But he turns around and says, I know what went wrong and I'm going to fix it. But that's what you want from every player, don't you, Webby?
Yeah. I'm also glad to see Palestri back. Felt sorry for him having to play it right back on Saturday.
That was madness.
But he's a great player. I watched him for Uruguay and against Brazil and Argentina over here. Best player on the pitch. And I know his agent come out and made a load of noises that he wasn't getting game time. He's good enough, so he's good enough in my eyes. So there's no one pushing for that position.
He was getting moments, though, wasn't he? I mean, yeah, I can understand.
He played against Palace here when we got beat 1-0, and he was probably one of our best players that day. And the manager took him off. Then we never seen him again.
No,
he needs a chance. If you give him 5, 6, 7, 8 games,
yeah,
he'll slot him great. You know, what I mean, he didn't look out of class against Brazil or Argentina. You know, if you can stand up against them, so you've got half right.
He's had some good schooling with his international side, hasn't he, Webby?
He's a regular, so
yeah,
in the Euro. He's a regular.
Yeah.
But he can't get on the bench for us sometimes, which I find strange.
Yeah, it is strange. It doesn't make sense really when you put it that way, Webby. I look at this just before we end. I look at it. We've signed Xerxes. Okay, centre forward, definitely needed a centre forward.
Surprised you never got a bit of a run out on Saturday. You know, just 5-10 minutes maybe to get that feel. Shot, but there you go. It might not be with him only just coming over. Maybe the manager wanting just to have a look at it from the bench. What I've seen of him, so he looks half right. You know what I mean? He's not a prolific goal scorer. Is that something we need? Because if we find a goal scorer, or any of them can do it, get that 20, 25 a year, I know he's putting pressure on him, we won't be that far behind. But can they do that? If they get let's see if they get the service, which I think with Ahmad and Gacho starting most weeks, they will get the service.
Yeah, well, we've signed Xerxes, we've signed Yoro. Now, today, we've signed 2 more, Webby. Are you happy at the moment? We want more. We always want more. It's Monday, Webby. I'm happy.
Tony, I'm never happy. I'm never happy at all. No, you want more, because you look at the teams who are above us now in the league,
Well, that's what you got to look at, yeah.
2 world-class players for every position.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to keep them all happy, but there's enough games in the season for everyone to get enough game time. Can we do it? I still think that he may go and try and get a left-back, depending on how Shaw's coming up. Another midfielder, Amrabat for me, if he's there, they might be looking at other options. And if we could get that centre forward, that Ruud van Nistelrooy type sniffer around the box, I don't think that far off. Because I think in the wide positions, we're perfect. Centre halves, I think we're okay there.
We're okay. So
we just need that summit. So what it is, I don't know. We just need that summit. I'm not going to say we're going to challenge for league, because I'm not going to come on in this show and say we are. But we've got to put a better performance in league games. We've seen some right dross there last year, and 8th summed it up. So I think we're quite lucky to finish 8th. You know what I mean? And that can't happen again. So we've got to be top 4 minimum, and hopefully a cup as well.
Fulham Friday, Webby. Looking forward to it.
Always do. You start your first game in the season every year saying to yourself, we're going to win the league. If you don't, there's no point coming.
No.
There's no point coming. So Fulham's going to be an hard game. They beat us last year there. I know we beat them down there last kick of the game. But you know what you get with Fulham? They've lost Pellegrino. For me, what surprised no one in this country had a go at him.
No, surprised them.
Great player for me. They've got the kid from Arsenal, Smith Rowe. He's come in there. They've got obviously a decent setup. It's going to be an hard game, but one we should win if we play the right football.
Play the right football. How long have we been asking for that? It looks as though it's going to come this year. Tactics have changed. Coaches have changed. Listen, thanks for watching. Smash that like button. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.